world, the family becoming smaller and the burden of caring for the elderly falls on the family. I think educating the people on the inherent capacity, what I told you in the first part, understanding the inherent capacity of the elderly, the family, the younger persons in the family need to understand that. They only know cure, but many of the conditions, the inherent capacity of the elderly keeps decreasing, and we don't go into improving their functional ability. So what happens is, each visit to the doctor or each visit to hospital, they think they spend more money, but patient doesn't improve, patient deteriorates, and more the patient becomes dependent on them at home. So that dependency on them, the community is not able to understand how to deal with the dependency. Now, therefore, we are at a situation where large amount of carer is going for carer burnout, because they themselves are frustrated. They don't know how to look after the elderly. So we need to educate the public at large of how to deal with this section of oldest old, which are going to become dependent, but how you can effectively, understanding the need, taking help from other areas, they can reduce their own burden of looking after the elderly in many aspects, and also train them what is home care. For example, if you take somebody with a chronic respiratory illness, now we cannot keep them in the hospital for long, but they are bi-pap dependent. Now we can teach them how you can learn to use the bi-pap effectively, or you can use the nebulizers effectively, how you can manage it, teach them in little ways how they can pick up early warning signs, so that the elderly person doesn't deteriorate very badly and then they bring him to the hospital. The early warning signs with a home visit of a doctor, many often we can reduce hospitalization. So they have to be taught that effective management in terms of home care, rehabilitation, bringing elderly early, and also teaching them the early signs of change in an elderly, which once something is very serious that may happen. For example, an elderly becomes very quiet, or suddenly he goes awkward, or for no reason at all, he just falls. So we have to educate the community on one aspect, early warning signs of how they can bring the elderly to the hospital quickly. Next, how effectively they engage themselves into social. So mental health of the elderly is very important. Third, palliative to rehabilitation to be taken care of in the house, and how they can ask for support. Now, there are nurses who come home and will help, or there are some daycare centers. Ask for help, ask for support, so that they can also reduce their burden, and we can reduce the carer burden. So all in all, it's a long work for all of us, but it's the need of the hour. So we have to engage community into all of this.